Welcome, everyone. My name is Susan Allan, and I'm so thrilled to have you with us today for our latest special Lifewave event. We have two marvelous guests. We have my new friend, Amy Homsey. And Amy, we are so thrilled to have you with us. I'm just thrilled. And you are the founder of Holistic Health IQ. And Amy was telling me that she's been helping people for 25 years, learning about alternative healing modalities so their symptoms and their suffering disappears. And she's been incredibly successful. And then she discovered Lifewave patches. And like so many of us who've been looking for health solutions our whole lives, she discovered Lifewave patches, which are now her favorite thing to recommend. So she became, in a very short time, a presidential director, and she has 3,000 people in her downline. So welcome, Amy.
Good afternoon, Susan. Thank you so much. I am honored and humbled to be here. Thank you.
Well, we're thrilled. Totally thrilled. And of course, Marci Preble is too young to be our mother, but she is in fact like a mother to all of us because she's the head of our downline. She is the most loving, most supportive, most encouraging person that was ever born. Not just that I've ever met, but that was ever born. And what an inspiration you are, Marci, to me and to everybody. So welcome.
Wow, I'm coming on your show every month with that kind of language. My goodness, aren't you amazing? Thank you. Yes, I'd love to be here. Thank you for inviting me every month.
Marci, you are on this show every month because you are the center of all of our motivation. We look at you, we see how joyous you are. We see how healthy you have become, how healthy you are continuing to be. We see this, and that's true for you, Amy, I'm sure, and certainly for me, that each one of us is a bright light of inspiration. And I know, for me, I take this very seriously, and I know most of you do as well. So I'm just thrilled to have you here. And now I'm going to ask Amy the first of a number of questions, and you definitely want to take notes. The first remarkable result I think you told me you had, Amy, was with your husband, Jack.
Yes, Susan. My husband, Jack, just turned 60, and he's a cancer survivor, thank God. So being in the natural health space for 25 plus years, as soon as I found out about the X39 and Lifewave, guess what? He didn't have a choice. He was wearing these patches. So in fact, he didn't even know what it was when I put it on his body, but he wore it. So he had amazing results. We've been on the X39 for about 16 months. And the first thing he noticed was he slept through the night. Now, a lot of men might relate to this. He would wake up 2-3 times a night to use the bathroom. So on the fourth night of the X39, he actually slept all the way through. He was astonished when he woke up. And how important is sleep? It's extremely important. So now he was sleeping better. But what's even more amazing than that, in the last 16 months, Susan, at 60 years old, he's running 8 miles a day. Wow. 8 miles a day. He has more energy, obviously, better mental clarity. He looks younger. All right, but his vision has actually improved. He used to have to wear glasses at night to drive. And one night, I'm coming from Clearwater, Florida, and we were in Tampa, which is about 20 minutes away. We were coming home from Tampa in the evening, and we pulled in. He's like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't even need to put my glasses on." So, wow, we are ecstatic, and we want to go out there and help as many people as we can.
You know what I love so much about this is that I've had most of the experiences that you've described for your husband, and I'm substantially older than he is. I actually walked out of my place without my glasses. I need them for distance all the time. I usually wear contact lenses, but I I was just taking the garbage out actually. And I got, like halfway down the block to where the garbage is. And I thought, oh my gosh, my vision is so much better. It's incredible. Now, of course, I haven't driven anywhere at night because of COVID, so this will be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing if I need my special yellow glasses at night with driving. It's amazing. Every time I speak to someone new about LifeWave patches who's been on them for like 5, 6, 7 months, I learned something new. Really wonderful. And didn't you tell me also that you used to have fibromyalgia, Amy?
Yes, Susan. I was actually diagnosed with that 20 some years ago. I also have herniations. I've had 5 car accidents. So I started my natural health path about 25 years ago with different health issues that I had. And honestly, the medical community was not helping me. They didn't have any answers. And I knew there had to be something else out there. So I started doing my own research. And I will tell you folks, and this is just my personal opinion, but you have to be your own healthcare advocate. You know your body better than anyone else. And there's a plethora of information out there today. So I just started researching and studying and trying different things. But I will tell you, as soon as I found out about the X39, it just made sense to me with the way it works. When I tried it, I got results rather quickly as well. I got results on the 4th day. And for those of you who don't know what fibromyalgia is, it's an autoimmune disorder. There's many, many symptoms. Everyone is different. But I will tell you, most people that have it are on all kinds of medications. I am 55 years old, going to be 56 in a few months. I'm on 0 medications. Okay. Fibromyalgia causes constant pain, chronic pain, stiffness, brain fog, headaches, less mobility, less flexibility. It could cause digestive issues. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. You have 0 energy. So on the 4th night, the 4th day, I woke up and I had a dream. Okay, that may not, excuse me, that may not sound significant to you out there. But the other thing with autoimmune disorders, you do not go into that REM sleep. And that is where you repair, right, Susan? That is where you repair. Your mind and your body needs repair in that deep sleep. So for many, many years, I wasn't going into that REM sleep. So I would wake up utterly exhausted, okay, every single day, like I never even slept. I woke up on the 5th day on the X39, and I remember this dream, and it was so vivid. It was in 3D, in color. I tasted it, I felt it, I smelled it. I mean, I was so excited. I let out a scream to my husband. And it was a silly dream, but the fact was that I was in that deep sleep, and I knew at that moment that this product was nothing but special. Okay. Since then, I have more energy. I am sleeping deeper. Thank you, God. My mental clarity is so much better. I don't have the brain fog anymore, Susan. All right. My mental clarity is better. And I say this, and it sounds like a joke, but it's actually true. My math skills have improved. Okay. I mean, they literally have improved. I'm in a better mood. Not that I was in a bad mood before, but we find though on the X39, folks, you're just in a better mental space. My creative space is gone crazy. I mean, my mind is just sharper and crisper, but I'm more flexible. I have more energy. And on my best days, I actually feel 35. I feel 20 years younger. And my skin looks better. People say I look younger. My eyes look brighter. And I'm just excited. And I hope you can feel my passion. I'm a very passionate person, but I'm very passionate about natural health. And I'm very passionate about LifeWave and these patches. And I just feel honored to be part of this and so thankful that someone shared it with us.
Absolutely, absolutely. And now, Marci, if you would describe the X39, the Eon, and the IceWave for us, please.
Oh, I would love to. And, just hearing Amy just makes me realize like why we're doing this, like really Why did we do this? Why did I say yes to this 2 years ago? Because I had health opportunities and they were life-changing, and I wanted to share again. I wanted to create again. I had the desire to create again, Amy. So I know what that means, because for about 2 years, as I was dealing with health opportunities, I had no desire to create. I almost thought I didn't have the ability anymore. And, you know, once I started wearing the patch, all of a sudden, I remember calling Dr. Rhonda Donahue and saying, I don't know what you just gave me, but I feel young. I want to live again, and I'm ready to create. Let's go build a business. And because of that, we have helped over 3,000 families that you have helped because of that, 12,000 that I have helped because of that. And we're helping change lives with a product that works so well. And we're helping to create a business model that creates financial stability for so many people. And I'm really proud of that. And Amy, I just want to thank you for saying yes to coming in this business, because you and Bob Campbell are such a huge piece of the backbone for our community. So thank you. This is the X39. It comes in a 30 in a sleeve like this. And I know it looks like a Band-Aid. That's what I thought it was. When Dr. Rhonda Donahue said, gave me 10, I said, what do you do? Giving me Band-Aids? And she goes, oh no, it's so much more. And she opened one up like I'm going to do for you. And she said, look inside. This is organic crystal, and it's made up of amino acids, sugar, and water. And it turns out, Marci, that the heat of your skin is like a low-grade light. We're light beings, just like the sun is light. I'm like, whoa. And she goes, and here's the great thing. This is wearable light technology. So when you put this on the heat of your skin, it reflects back a light wave, and that light wave changes things in your body. The light wave that it reflects back is called elevates a peptide in your body called GHK copper peptide. If you search in PubMed.gov, GHK copper peptide, because I did, it has a whole lot of great properties. One of the properties it has is it creates more fighter cells to go after fast growing cells. Interesting, right? Also helps with scar tissue with COPD. Interesting. The third thing it does, you ready for this? It acts as a communicator or a telephone to your stem cells. And it calls your stem cells up and it says, hey, it's time to get marching again. It's time to make more stem cells. And it's time to reset you to a younger, healthier state. And your stem cells say, hey, thanks for the call. Because as you heard Amy, may I ask, I know you say you feel 35, like what is your chronological age? May I ask?
I'm going to be 56 in January.
Stop it. 56 in January. Okay, so here's the crazy thing, right? 56 in January, but she feels 35. And that's because at age 60, you lose all your stem cell activities. At age 30, you lose 50%. So Amy's 56. Before X39, her army wasn't marching anymore, right? So why is that important? Well, because stem cells, blank pluripotent stem cells, okay, ready? Blank pluripotent stem cells have the unique ability to turn into whatever cell your body needs to repair. Whatever cell Amy's body needs for repair is what they turn into. And that's kind of important because when you're young, your stem cells are turning into whatever cell you need all the time. And that's why you stay young. But as you get older, they don't work anymore. And so your other cells that are your heart, your lungs, your connective tissue, right? Your eyes, right? Your vision, they don't change. They stay the same. So do you see the importance? When you get that stem cell army marching again, all of a sudden, they start turning into whatever cell you need for repair. And they will fix the first thing first, then the second, and then the third. I don't know what Amy needs first, but her body does. And it sounds to me like the mental clarity, the pain from fibromyalgia, the 5 car accidents, and the vision were things that her body needed fixing, right? So that's what was going on. So very special. And the interesting side effect that Amy talked about is we all look about 10 to 20 years younger. Like it's crazy. We've been on this patch, me 2 years now. Amy, I think what, almost a year and a half now, maybe?
Yeah, 16, 17 months. Yes.
And so what we have noticed, we all started the X39 stem cell activation because we had something we wanted to have healed, right? We had a healing opportunity. But the side effect is we get on these Zoom calls and we notice our hair was getting long. It wasn't as gray. I haven't dyed my hair in I don't know how long. It's weird, right? The skin starts getting soft, right? And so we're like, wow, something's happening. Well, about 3 months ago, David blessed us with, and by the way, he's the owner, inventor, and CEO of Lifewave, and he came and spoke in LA. And he said this, he said, well, you know, and he's a researcher, right? What David loves to do is research. He has 100 patents, 70 in regenerative medicine. David's 56 years old, and I think his vision for himself and the company is to live to 250. And anybody that wants to be along for the ride is welcome. There's the vision of the company. What a great vision, right? And so he goes, well, I did this research and I studied 15 people, and we looked at the markers of age and blood before X39. We put them on X39 for 6 months. And then we looked at the markers of age and blood after. And what we found was 14 out of 15 people reversed their age by 8 years. What? I literally fell off of my seat. I know. Wasn't that crazy, Amy? And so literally, I just did a fun little fact. I took a piece of paper. You can do it now and write your age down. I'm 56. Then subtract 8 years if you've been on X39 longer than 6 months, which I did. And so now I'm 40. Wait, I'm 54. I gave myself 2 extra years. Minus 8, I'm now 50. I'm now, how old am I? You know what I'm saying? 46, whatever. I'm like younger. So anyway, that's how the stem cell patch works. You do wear it. You can wear it right below the back of your neck. You can wear it under your belly button. Shoot, any spot will do. The only rule is 12 hours on to activate and repair and 12 hours off. 12 hours on to activate and repair and 12 hours off. If you wear it 24 hours at a time, your body gets used to the signal and it doesn't work so well. So the only rule is 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Once again, your whole body is light, so it works anywhere. Any spot will do, and you can wear more than one. So what are a couple of the other ones that Susan wanted me to tell you about? Eon, same light technology. The only difference is Eon stops inflammation and it increases your biggest antioxidant in the body called SOD, superoxide dismutase. SOD in the body is like vitamin C 100 times ramped, okay? And so you know that when you're putting Eon and X39 together, you're stopping inflammation, increasing your immune system to work better. And David says that when inflammation is an eater of stem cells. So when you wear these two together, I know Susan loves the KISS method where you just kind of put them together, overlapping. You
not overlapping, just
okay,
touching.
Oh,
just
touching. Oh, okay. So just a small kiss. Okay, so
not a French kiss.
I was going to say that and I thought it was not appropriate. Thank you so much for saying that. So just a little touch. And and what that does is it turbocharges the X39 to work even harder because Eon is stopping the inflammation, which is the eater of stem cells. You stop the inflammation, you activate the stem cells are going to go to work harder. So those two work great. And then IceWave is a beautiful patch. It's a 2-patch system. There's a brown patch and there is a white patch. And it's super good for pain. It doesn't really repair, but boy, it takes the pain away when X39 and Eon repair. You put the brown spot on your pain spot. So let's say you have pain like right on your shoulder. You would put the brown right on the pain spot. And you would put the white about 2 or 3 inches away because pain is in the connective tissue, okay? And so the IceWave is a 2-patch system, like a positive and a negative charge, and it literally breaks the connection of pain. Isn't that incredible? So you break the connection of pain, then you put an Eon and an X39 in your pain spot. I like to say, pop the spot, love the spot, and you basically got the best pain and repair protocol you'll ever see. So with that,
beautiful. Thank you so much, Marci. That is so fabulous. And now, Amy, I know you're going to tell us about a number of your clients who don't have pain anymore.
Yes, and I'll tell you, that's what we love the most, is hearing the stories and getting the feedback. This company, this community, this product is so rewarding. And in all these years of natural health, I've never seen a product, Susan, that is so simple yet so effective. There's nothing else like it. And when I saw this information, I thought, wow, it works. There's a 20-year patent. We're in 81 countries. All right. It's non-invasive. It's non-transdermal. It just made a lot of sense. And we love getting the feedback, and we love helping others. Right. And so I want to talk about a few of the people that we're working with, and some of them are on the line today. But this story is remarkable, and I want to talk about Paulette. And she is a beautiful person, just loves everyone, has the biggest heart. She's 57 years old, and Paulette, prior to starting the X39, had Bell's palsy. Okay, so a year prior to learning about the X39, she had Bell's palsy, and her face muscles were drooping. And Paulette also had a double hip replacement. She had osteoarthritis. So she got on the X39, and I will never forget this story. And when she tells the story, you could feel it. Okay. So she started using the X39, but one day she says, you know what? I'm going to put it on my face, my droopy face. So she put it on the side of her face, which I believe was the left side, right here. And she said within seconds, she felt tingling. It was like instant. She felt tingling. And then within a few hours, her face wasn't drooping anymore. All right, talk about a life-changing event.
Wow.
I mean, she was very self-conscious because she couldn't smile. She lost her beautiful smile. So that was instant. But as soon as she put it on, she felt the tingling. And then after a few hours, her face, she was able to smile again. But her osteoarthritis, she no longer has pain. She's flexible. She could bend. Her feet no longer bother her. All right. Her scars from her double hip replacement are gone, completely gone. All right. And she has more energy, and her hair is growing like a weed. It's so thick and it's growing. And her nails, she never had nails. She told me her nails always were brittle, breaking off, and now they're long and they're thick. So it's just amazing to see these transformations. And I know she and her husband, Mark, are on a mission to help as many people as they can. And quite honestly, how can you not? How can you not when you see these results, right?
It's so thrilling. I mean, it's thrilling. And particularly when one lovely person, Paulette, has so many experiences, each one of them is life-changing.
Absolutely.
Certainly to eliminate Bell's palsy is crucial. You know, that's so important. And yet the other things, I'm sure, changed Paulette's life again and again and again. So thank you so much, Amy, for telling us all about that. And I know there's also a client you have who's about 81 years old, and he had sciatica pain for so many years. First of all, you'll tell us about Richard, but also where did he place the patches would be helpful.
Yes, Richard put it on the back of his neck, right here, the C7, the normal spot. Richard is 81. He was in a car accident 5 years ago, and he has a bulging disc, as well as he had sciatica pain for 5 years. 5 years. Tried all kinds of modalities, went to the chiropractor, got on the X39, was introduced by someone, and within 21 days, 5 years he had sciatica pain. In 21 days, his sciatica pain is gone. He has zero pain, Susan, from his bulging disc from a car accident at 81. So when you see this, and we hear stories every day, people in their 70s, 80s, even in their 90s of this product working, you're blown away. You are blown away with these results. So that's an amazing story. I mean, I could go on and on and on. I've heard 2,000 stories in 16 months. So it's just incredible.
It's so thrilling. And I sort of wish that every one of the miraculous healing stories wasn't something I'd experienced, because when I look at all the misery I had and all the things that were problems, and then some months ago, I was in a car and somebody hit me, and this is California. It seems to be one of the things one has to accept about being in California. And I didn't even have time to go to the chiropractor, which I normally would have immediately done. It was a serious car accident. And I just put extra Eon patches kissing on various parts of my back. And I was stunned that I awakened the next morning with no pain, no aches, and I never got them. Never. And that to me is, actually impossible. If somebody else told me this, and they said she's that age and this is what happened to her, the car she was driving and all that, I'd say, well, that's just nonsense. But I'm telling you, it actually happened to me. It truly, truly did. Now, Amy, you also started to tell me about a client named Bill who's in his 70s. And this is a remarkable piece of information for everybody, because I would say at a certain point in life, we all know somebody who's had neuropathy and still has it. So wait till Amy tells you about this.
Yeah, it's a very good friend of mine, Bill. He is 75. And got him started on the X39. And Bill had neuropathy for 40 years. 40 years. Okay, so since the 80s. And he also had a scar, which was 5 inches. It was raised red. It was a keloid scar. And he had that for 50 years. Got him on the X39. And, he was on it every day. We're talking, I'm checking in with him every week, like I do with, all my clients, and, talked to him one day and he's like, oh my gosh, my scar's gone. He's had it for 50 years, longer than some of you on the call have been alive. And, so his neuropathy was still there. That was like on the 88th day, he noticed his scar went away, but he had more energy. Better mental clarity. So again, I'm following up with him. On the 95th day, he calls me elated because he woke up and his neuropathy pain was gone. So again, he's 75. It's not like he's 35 or 45, he's 75. And again, being in the natural health space for all these years, I've tried everything, Susan, that comes down the pike. And I still believe in supplements. Okay, we need supplementation, and I do recommend supplements. But honestly, I've been able to cut back on some of my supplements since being on the X39 and the Eon. By the way, the X39 and the Eon are my 2 favorite patches.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's just remarkable when we look back, and I always recommend to people that you make a list of your physical and mental, psychological, cognitive complaints when you start, because you will not believe that in my case, I used to have recurring bladder infections. I haven't had them in a year. I used to have, I was able to swim 5 laps when I started swimming 3 years ago. I got up to about 60, and now I'm swimming 76 laps. But the difference is that I would have to kind of hang around doing nothing for a couple of hours after I finished swimming 60 laps. And now I'm swimming 76 laps, and I could actually do it twice in a day. If there was nothing else I wanted to do, I could just keep doing it. It's a completely different life. So, Marci, would you tell us about the glutathione patch? That's such an important one for people.
Absolutely. So glutathione is another beautiful patch. And I have to agree with Amy. Eon and X39 are like my 2 favorites. It's like, I like to think of X39 as 3rd generation. It is the power patch. And then Eon is like the the strong, gentle giant, right? And it's like the two of them together are just so incredible, right? And then my third favorite is called glutathione. Why is glutathione so great? Because glutathione in your body is your master detoxification pathway. It's also your other major antioxidant pathway. And so I like to say glutathione gets all the yuck out of you. And what do I mean by the yuck? I mean metals, plastics, toxins, viruses, bacteria, mold, fungus. And let me tell you, we got a lot of it. And it's my personal belief, because I feel it, as Amy says, you know your own body, right? I actually feel some of that stuff going up my nerves, right? And you can actually feel glutathione pulling it off and getting rid of it. It's amazing. And in fact, when David was talking in LA, he talked about like some nerve things, and glutathione was one that he recommended. So I really believe that with nerves, it's a combination of nerve things like X39, Eon, IceWave, and glutathione as an example. So glutathione is definitely, it's right in there. And I also think it's really good to go after fast growing cells. It would be X39, Eon, and glutathione. It's kind of the fast growing cells buster, right? And so those are just very, very potent and powerful patches. And I would say it goes for me personally, because I love that Amy just said, what does she like personally? For me personally, it's X39, Eon, and glutathione. Those are in that order for me. And of course, we all have our own decision on what's best for us personally, but I am never out of stock on those three. And if I don't have enough, sometimes I don't even give glutathione, Eon, if I don't have enough for myself. Like that's how important those are to me personally. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And I use 4 different patches during the day and 4 different patches at night. I mean, kinds of, because my energy patches during the day, it's a 2-patch system. And don't forget that glutathione eliminates blemishes, whether you're older, around my age, and suddenly horrified that if I eat too much chocolate in a week, I can get a blemish. So I go to sleep, I cut off the edge of the glutathione, the sticky stuff, so I can get it right in there, and blemish gone. Blemish gone.
Now,
what would a teenager do for that? Yeah, sorry, me.
And you know what's happening, because glutathione is the puller of all yuck. It literally is pulling all the bacteria out of the blemish. And so in the morning, it's gone. I mean, literally, that's what's happening. I mean, it's really amazing. The only thing I'll say with all the patches, but glutathione is super powerful. So drink plenty of water while you're taking these patches. And on glutathione, if you need to go slower, wear it for 3 hours, then 6, and then 12. You know what I mean? So, glutathione, you can ease your way up because it is a very powerful patch. Yeah.
And something like 400 times more powerful than the liquid glutathione that a lot of people use. Their doctors prescribe it, and their alternative healers prescribe it, and it's expensive and all that. And this is just the easiest thing in the world. I mean, these patches are the lazy person solution to, magic, because of course you just stick a patch on. Beautiful. So Amy, let's talk about something that every American seems to love more than their children, which is dogs. You have a wonderful dog healing story.
Yes, we have quite a few actually, and those really blow your mind, okay? And think about it this way, folks, there's no placebo effect with animals. There's no placebo effect. All right. Also with humans, real quickly, a lot of times we have emotions tied up, right? So if we have hurts or pains or our emotions, sometimes, it's different with the healing process. But with animals, I've noticed with this X39, it's incredible. It's almost instant. So there's a client of ours with a 14-year-old schnauzer named Coco. Coco was staying at her mom's her dog mom's salon. She owns a salon in the area, and she would, greet the clients coming in. But she got very lethargic. She's 14 years old, was very lethargic, just kind of lying around, not really moving around much. And her fur, which was brown, is turning gray. And a lot of the older dogs get the cloudy eyes, right? She had like the cataracts, the cloudy eyes. So her mom got on the X39, and we said, let's try it on Coco. So she did. And I'll tell you, Susan, I have a before and after, and I know we can share it later. But in 30 days, Coco's eyes are completely clear. The cloudiness is gone 100%. They're dark brown again. And Coco's coat is turning back to brown. Dark brown. It's no longer gray. And 14-year-old Coco, ladies and gentlemen, is now acting like a puppy. She's very spry and running around and jumping and barking, very energetic. And prior to X39, she was extremely lethargic. So yes, you can use these on your cat, on your dog. Please put them on Fido. Please take care of our pets. We love them. And like Susan said, sometimes we love them more than people. So it's just incredible, the stories that we hear. And to Susan's point earlier, this is simplistic. If you're new on the line tonight, all right, there's nothing to taste. There's nothing to swallow. There's no pills. There's nothing to count. There's no injections. So think about that. It is so simplistic again, but yet so effective, and no one else has it.
Thank you so much. I am just so thrilled, Amy, that you joined us today. What a fountain of information. And when this show, like all of our others, is posted on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Susan Allan 2001. And that's ALLAN. And be sure to take a look, because Marci and I have about 18 shows there already. And be sure to subscribe so that you find out when all of our future shows are up there. It takes about 8 or 9 days from the time we're live today. And Amy, thank you for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You'll come back soon. And Marci, as always, you are a joy in my life and all of our lives.
Thank you for having me, Susan.
And for all of you, make sure you check with the person who invited you to the Zoom, the person who told you about Lifewave patches, so that you make sure you can order them, make sure you can learn how to do this business if that's as exciting for you as it is for so many of us who are on this Zoom as the audience or the guests today. And I really thank you for watching this. And I didn't mention today that I send out 8 pain relief protocols in a Word document. A lot of people have emailed and asked for them. And please do. And people have been so sweet and they've said, I don't know if I'm on your downline. That's not important to us. We are here to serve. We're here to help. Anything we can do to help. And I know that's true for Amy. I know that's true for Marci and all of my guests. Anything we can do to make the world a healthier, happier place, we're there, right? So thank you so much. And we will see you in 1 month. We are always on the second Thursday of the month, same time. It's a different link each time. So make sure you email me if you want the new invitation, or again, go to the person who invited you to this one. They're on my list. And thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.